morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2014. If you're listening on the radio and wish to watch, go to www.catex.com. Shares in Tata Motors, the big Indian automaker, have dropped more than 6% today on Indian stock exchanges. It seems to be a direct result of a suicide in Bangkok. The 51-year-old British managing director in charge of auto operations, named Carl Slim, apparently jumped from a 22nd floor window of a hotel in Bangkok where he was attending a board meeting for the company. Mr. Slim had checked into the room with his wife. According to Thai police, there was a 3-page suicide note. They did not find any sign of a struggle. They said they found an open window. They said the window was very small, so it was not possible that he would have slipped. He would have had to have climbed through the window to fall out because he was a big man. From the initial investigation, apparently, they believe that he jumped. Tata Motors chairman Cyrus Mistry described Mr. Slim as a valued colleague who was providing strong leadership at a challenging time for the Indian auto industry. The American Federal Aviation Administration is ordering inspections of the Boeing 767, one of the workhorses of the global airline fleet. They say they're checking for problems that they believe could cause a loss of control in the planes. The problem being cited is something that Boeing and the FAA have been aware of since the year 2000. The planes have already been subject to earlier inspections. Apparently, the FAA says that a problem with rivets could cause, quote, failures or jams that would affect the plane's ability to climb or descend. This failure could result in possible loss of control for the airplane. The order will take effect on March 3rd, and airlines must perform the inspections within 6,000 flight hours of that date for each aircraft. There's big news. Lloyds is apparently reversing an earlier statement. They're going ahead and move into the Dubai International Financial Center with a overseas platform similar to what they did in Singapore. The full branch is going to be operational by the end of 2014. It signifies a change of strategy at Lloyds, which under Chairman John Nelson had previously said last year that they've developed an emphasis away from exchanging regional hubs and infrastructure in favor of putting more business to the London market. Lloyds is not available for any comment. Here's another story coming from India. A.K. Roy, the chairman and managing director of the General Insurance Corporation of India, the biggest company on the subcontinent, said that falling global reinsurance rates is likely to mean lower general insurance rates for large corporations. He said this unfortunately will not trickle out to retail customers because of severe competition already in that marketplace, but he said that the premium paid for general insurance by large corporations typically is largely reinsurance driven, so as a result, when the Indian market renews their reinsurance treaties on April 1st, there's going to be a discount that's being offered to large corporates on their general reinsurance buy. Today's update from the Ukraine. This is a little bit hard to believe, but the Ukrainian government is saying that unless protesters vacate the justice ministry that they've taken over, by the end of today, the government is going to implement a state of emergency. It's hard to believe that there's not a state of emergency already implemented there. Over the weekend, the government offered the job of the prime minister to the head of the protesters. The head of the protesters was jeered off the stage when he announced the offering. He did not accept the offer. It was apparently viewed as a bit of a sellout. However, the problems still continue to persist there. It's all because of the Ukrainian president's turn toward Moscow and turn away from the European Union. In Brazil today, about 100 protesters remain locked up after a fairly violent demonstration in Sao Paulo yesterday. Protesters was protesting the amount of money being spent by the government on the upcoming World Cup. A number of the protesters in a pitched street fight with police that included rubber bullets and tear gas ran into a nearby luxury hotel, but they were later brought out. A strong earthquake struck Greece on yesterday. A 5.8 was on the Greek island of Kefalonia, about 175 miles west of Athens. Nobody was killed, nobody was injured, but there was damage to roads and to buildings. Up in Manitoba, Canada, about 4,000 homes are without heat at the moment. That would be a bad situation in any winter, but right now There's a blizzard warning for much of the region, and the temperatures are about 38 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. This is as a result of a pipeline explosion near the town of Otterburn. The pipeline explosion has affected customers south of the Canadian border. It could potentially have damaged 2 other pipelines that deliver natural gas to about 100 customers in North Dakota and Minnesota and Wisconsin. This is according to Xcel Energy, which runs the pipeline. And the Greek managers of an oil tanker that was reported missing earlier this month off the coast of Angola in Western Africa said that they found the ship. They've confirmed that it was in fact attacked by pirates. The name of the ship is the Kerala. It disappeared on January 18th. It reestablished contact with the company called Dynacom Tankers Management yesterday. Apparently the crew is all accounted for. One was wounded, but he remains alive. And pirates apparently had offloaded some of the oil supply. It's not yet known how much was lost, but they have found the ship. Yesterday afternoon, in the midst of very cold weather in New Jersey, the 2 Super Bowl teams, the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks, arrived in New Jersey. It's warming up a little bit today. It'll be about 30 degrees, but tomorrow we'll be back into the low teens. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.